All right, everyone. Medical marijuana recipients live freely all over the country, but there's one thing that states are trying to do, and that's that they're trying to make it so that if you're getting medical pot, or in some cases, if you have, I believe, a growing license as well, where it's fully legal, that they're trying to disarm you of your firearms, and actually people have begun to sue over this. I would say it definitely violates equal protection under the law. Look, marijuana does not cause violence. The drug scheduling of the DEA is a farce. The drug war is a piece of shit. Marijuana doesn't make people violent. I say this as someone who has used it in the past. I don't use it now. I think it's been 5 or 6 years since I've actually used it. It might be more than that now. I don't know. I'm getting old. I'm losing track of time. It's crazy shit. I was too high at the time, so I can't remember it. I'm just joking. I wasn't a huge user of it because it's like I was into things that were a bit stronger, some of the other psychotropics. But I did use marijuana. Many people around me have used marijuana. I've never known it to impair a person to the point where they become irate. In fact, it's less correlated with that certainly than alcohol, which is perfectly legal. If you're going to make the argument, let's say on a pragmatic basis, well, it could be causing violence. Okay, alcohol definitely does. Are you suggesting that anyone that likes beer, like Brett Kavanaugh, shouldn't be able to own a firearm? Whoops, there goes most of the guns in the country, trust me. It's not pragmatic anyway. Here's the thing. What if someone ends up with, like someone gets cancer, the standard medical marijuana scenario. They've got cancer, depression, chronic pain, something like that. My neuralgia acts up. I've got arthritis. Give me weed. What if they've already got a firearm? In some of these states, I don't believe in all cases they'd be registered. It could be they got it in a straw sale where there's no background check anyway. It's like, what are you going to do? Go door to door to check on all the medical marijuana recipients to make sure that 78-year-old grandma with terminal fucking cancer or the AIDS patient that could barely stand anyway, make sure they don't go on a rampage or something? It's just ludicrous to think that that's a... So the drug war has morphed. It's changed form. Marijuana should be like just a misdemeanor because it's just a gateway drug, Reagan era on through the 90s. Bill Clinton, oh yeah, I used it. Trust me, Gen X kids that are voting for the first fucking time in many cases, I used pot because I'm cool. Don't worry, parents, though. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. I didn't inhale it, so don't worry. I don't have, massive mental problems from having touched the devil's weed. Meanwhile, he's talking to a bunch of boomers who were fucking high on coke the whole time anyway throughout the entire 80s, so I'm not sure exactly why it was a problem. It's interesting, though, that has culturally shifted now, away from my gateway drug or my devil's weed before that, to, well, yeah, it's a medicine, it's okay, but it could cause violence, so moral panic time, it's just moral panic light, and it's full of shit. Medical marijuana, yes, the average person who has symptoms that require them to get high on a daily basis, they are definitely going to be going out on a killing spree. Can you show me a single example where this has actually occurred? In most cases, you're always talking about far right, skinhead violence. Okay, so a bunch of straight edge kids go out and kill minorities or whatever, and that's the main moral panic. Then why are you worried about some Harold the Happy Hippie who grows marijuana or cancer grandma that uses medical marijuana? Why are you worried about these people? I would say marijuana probably reduces violent crime. If a person is high, marijuana, what it will cause, the only crime it's likely to cause, oh shit, well I'm out of money because I blew it on weed, I'm going to steal some Twinkies or something like that. So what's going to end up happening? I don't sit there worrying, oh my god, so I know someone who uses marijuana and they have a gun. Oh my god, it's just a terrible time. I don't worry about that. But maybe they get drunk and they shoot somebody. That's always a possibility. There's no correlation. I've seen not a single scientific study has suggested that marijuana causes crime unless marijuana itself is a crime. It's sort of like with the gateway drug stuff. See, the drug war was always prefaced on bullshit anyway. The drug war was partially prefaced in the modern sense. I don't mean the proto-drug war with opium dens and shit. Which was, it's definitely a problem at the time. They were putting cocaine in toothache remedies, and there was literally heroin and stuff you were giving, to your infants to keep them quiet so they would stop fussing and shit like that. Which is those were some happy children. No wonder people back then were happier than today, despite the fact that half of them lived in a place where they had a dirt floor and no electricity. It's really funny. Yeah, we're going to go watch the Magic Lantern. There's a rerun on shit. It's dragons flying across the wall. If you've never seen a Magic Lantern, they're actually pretty cool, but basically like their version of entertainment. We're going to go to the barn dance, and we're going to smoke marijuana. They were smoking pot all the time, and there was no real problem. You look, the crime sprees of the 80s and 90s ultimately are correlated more with things like crack cocaine. It has nothing to do with the pot that their parents were smoking. And their grandparents, like your groovy grandparents, probably smoked weed. Your great-grandparents are from a time when it was probably legal. So yeah, they probably smoked marijuana, and they're like, oh, what an interesting plant. No, it's fairly similar to laudanum in some respects, I do believe. There's no correlation in any piece of literature, and as far as I know, nobody has ever flipped out because they green out and they start shooting people. I'm sure that it's been the case like 1 in a trillion times. If you dig deep enough, you'll probably find that one person like killed themselves because they greened out or something. Oh my god, I broke my mind, boom. Okay, well then probably if they're a sane person, they're not sitting next to their loaded weapon while they're smoking the weed. The idea of weed being correlated with crime really comes from sort of the quasi-racist rhetoric of the Clinton administration, believe it or not. Ultimately, the Clintons were the tough-on-crime family. We're the authoritarian mama and dada of America. And don't worry, everyone, we are very white indeed. So we're going to crack down on crack, extended sentences, 3 strikes rules, and all of these other things. And by the way, weed is a dirty thing because it's correlated with certain racial groups that we wine and dine in order to get elected, and then we quickly forget about them. I wonder how quickly everyone has forgotten that the ultimate bigot president that we've ever had was Bill Clinton. It's not Donald Trump. Donald Trump just signed off on legislation to help people get sort of back into normal society, get jobs and so forth after they've had a drug conviction, to actually try to get them, rehabilitated into a fully assimilated portion of society so that they're not living on the margins having trouble finding employment because they got a crime on the record. So dealt weed. Who fucking cares if they deal weed? Now, honestly, I'm going to tell you this. I don't care. I dream of a day where the gay couple can guard their marijuana plants with machine guns, literal automatic weapons. You know what I think about guns? Guns! Yeah, I think we need more of them. Way more guns, way more ammo. I think we need 10 times as many as we've already got in this country. Yeah, on that token, yeah, the Ancapistan sort of stuff sounds pretty good. Fully functional recreational nukes, absolutely. We've got a standing U.S. House member who said that he would use nuclear weapons against gun owners, so I guess gun owners should push for having battlefield nukes as a response to that. We need proportional force there, I suppose. That's a little tongue-in-cheek, but it would be pretty cool to have an A-10 in the backyard. It's like, this is my Bradley. Yeah, I'm going to go to the store. I'll be right back. I don't have a trunk, so it'll take a little while, but that'd be funny. Then you take the groceries and you put it in a metal tank and you fire it. Literally, like artillery, you have to bomb your own house with your groceries. It's like, oh, it cracked, and there goes the Red Bull. All right, I'll be back again. That's about all. Peace out.